Welcome back, everyone. And when people hear of the Daughters of the American Revolution, they often revert back to a 1939 incident when the premier opera singer Marian Anderson was barred from performing at one of the organization's events, and Eleanor Roosevelt, the First Lady at the time, renounced her membership. But things have changed, and now there is a new chapter in Queens, and it's making history. We're happy to have Wilhelmena Rhodes Kelly, who is the regent or president of that Queens chapter, and Denise VanBuren, who's the New York State regent, presiding over 7,000 members.
That's right. Exactly.
All right. Really quickly tell viewers about the Daughters of the American Revolution, what it is, what it stands for, what it does.
Sure. We were formed in 1890. We have always had three timeless and very relevant goals: the promotion of historic preservation, education, and patriotism. Right now in the United States, there are about 3,000 chapters, about 173,000 members. And again, here in New York, we have about 7,134 chapters all over New York, but our newest, right in the borough of Queens, the Increased Carpenter chapter.
And the Increased Carpenter chapter, and he was
a patriot. Okay. Who ran a tavern, so what's not to like? In
Hollis, Queens. All right, and to be a member, you have to establish a link to...
That's exactly right. We are a lineal society, so you have to establish all your generations back to a patriot who aided the side of the Americans during the American Revolution. Sometimes the research is somewhat easier to do than finding that your particular ancestor was a patriot. So often they were Tories or they did not take a stand. So we are all descended from folks who drew that line in the sand and said that they wanted to form a new nation. All
right. Well, Wilhelmena, congratulations. There's a new chapter in Queens. Tell us why this is making history for the Daughters of the American Revolution.
Well, it's making history because it's the newest chapter in New York. We haven't had a new chapter in 8 years, and it gives local New Yorkers who are in Queens and in Long Island an opportunity to become active in their community and recognize their ancestry and honor their relatives who came before them. So it's multifaceted.
Race has been part of the backstory largely because of that incident and a belief that the daughters were sometimes discriminating. How have you dealt with that? You're obviously a member, and what do you expect looking forward?
Well, I have, as a member of the DAR, have never really experienced any kind of sense of not being totally welcomed, feeling that I'm a part of the goals of the organization, and it's our genealogy really that binds us together. I joined the DAR because I had been exploring my family history, and it was through finding my my ancestor, my patriot ancestor, that I was able to get back to my absolute root of John Rolfe and Pocahontas. So as you look, you learn more, and as you learn, you want to share that knowledge so that people can also have a sense of self, a sense of community, and a unity that I think is important to the country and to the city.
Denise, just a few seconds left. Have the daughters turned a corner, you think?
Well, the truth is, I mean, we're absolutely delighted with Wilhelmena's work on this new chapter, but in our history since 1890, we have never asked any questions about race or creed, so it's difficult for us to know how incredibly special she is. I know how wonderful she is as a person, but we're certainly thrilled here in New York. We are one of the world's most active service organizations. We volunteer on behalf of veterans and active duty service personnel. We recognize outstanding young people.
I got recognized in high school.
Hundreds of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarships. We welcome new citizens. We are sponsors of naturalization ceremonies. We do wonderful new work, and it's just a joy to know we're going to be able to do it more here.
Well, congratulations on the new chapter.
Well, thank you so much.
Thrilled.
All right, thank you for coming in, ladies. All right, we'll be back with a check of NBCNewYork.com.